2019 has been an incredible year for the GitHub community. In fact, now there are over 40 million developers using GitHub to build software. 40 million. And more developers are choosing GitHub every day than ever before. Just in the last year, over 10 million new developers joined GitHub and started contributing to projects. And that's why we can say today that open source has won. We should just take a moment to recognize this, where we are, this world we've created.
I wanted to let you all know that starting today, right now, it's available to everyone. That's right. You all can get your actions out there.
Recently, we just announced artifact caching, as well as self-hosted runners with ARM support and x86 support as well. With packages, you saw that we now have Gradle packages in addition to everything else I showed. And we also have proxy support. So if you want to port your npm RC directly to GitHub packages, we'll go ahead and look on GitHub packages if there's something. If not, we'll fall back and grab it from npm directly.
I know it's hard to see, but in those 30 seconds, I showed you 12 features of GitHub Desktop that aren't built into the Git commit flow. Yeah, isn't that great?
We can all agree that sometimes finding exactly what you're looking for might be a little bit challenging. Well, let's talk about how we're changing that. So these are the results with the old search engine that we had. So same search, 70 actual results back. And again, let's go to the new one. New engine, 2 matches. That's right, starting today, semantic code navigation in your browser, no IDE, no need to clone, no need to build, for all Ruby, Python, and Go repositories. What do you think about that? You want to minimize time to review. You want to minimize time to merge as well. Well, GitHub can now help your teams achieve this with code review assignment. And boom, it's right there again. Just to highlight a little bit more and zoom in, it went from my actual team to Naomi, and then we removed the team. So all of this is now built natively into GitHub. But we're not done yet. We have a feature called reminders, and then I'm going to press create. And then next day at 9 a.m. in Slack, you're going to get this, which is reminders of your pull requests. I'm also going to announce today our newest release of Github Enterprise, which is 2.19. This release focuses on fundamentals, like triage and maintain roles, security with NuGet, as you can see over there, support for dependency graph, and many other developer productivity tools. So now, everything you heard me say today, so from navigation, search, reminders, will also be available in Github Enterprise early next year.
And with 40 million developers doing more than ever on GitHub, we needed to refresh our system so you could more easily distinguish the signal and take action on the work that matters to you. We know managing notifications on GitHub has been all too painful, but that changes today. This is the new notifications experience on GitHub.
It is so exciting to be here to share with you a brand new product, and that is GitHub for mobile. That's right. Today, we are announcing new, fully native apps for Android and iOS. I'm also really excited to bring GitHub into the dark. We built an incredible dark mode experience for both iOS and Android. For you night owls out there, this is way easier on your eyes during those late-night hack sessions. And we didn't just stop with dark mode, but we also built an amazing iPad experience.
We've gotten feedback that teams want a way to sponsor their work as well. So, starting today, teams can receive funding through GitHub sponsors, too.
Deep in the Arctic Circle, an archipelago covered in ice, Svalbard. This is where we will protect open source software for future generations.
So 2 weeks ago, we traveled to Svalbard to deposit the most popular and most depended upon open source projects into the GitHub Arctic Code Vault, and they're there now. We will snapshot every repo that's been active in the prior year on that date and store it in Svalbard. And the broader effort we call the GitHub Archive program. And I'm really happy to announce that we've partnered with many of the people and the organizations that inspired us, who are dedicated to preserving knowledge, to make sure that we store the actual code in different locations, in different storage media around the world. Lots of copies keep stuff safe. We've talked about how we added a complete code-to-cloud DevOps platform to GitHub with GitHub Actions and GitHub Packages. We've shown you the investments we're making in the daily experience of using GitHub, including native mobile apps, new notifications experience, and much more. And we created sponsored organizations and the GitHub Archive program to ensure that open source can thrive and be preserved for years to come. Thank you.